So guys, like, yeah, like regarding football, there's one thing that we could touch on here with the game of football, and it's basically has to do with like when you do a field goal. So you got the ball at the 33-yard line or whatever, 50-yard field goal. You got the ball at the 35-yard line, 52-yard field goal. Ball at the 23-yard line, whatever it may be, like a 40-yard field goal. So it's like, I think about the game of football, one thing that you institute is essentially like a fourth down quarterback. So let's say they were a quarterback. I don't know if this is the case because people leave the game for different reasons. Sometimes their opportunities as a starting quarterback dry up and they leave the game or whatever it may be. But many quarterbacks have had this particular ability, which is to be able to do a pooch punt. They can pooch punt it. So like an NFL punter is going to be able to boot the ball, right? That's their specialty. That's their master of craft thing. Like they're booting the ball 49 yards, like 52 yards, 55 yards, stuff like that. Like they're going, but like the NFL quarterback, sometimes what they'll have them do, because this works in certain situations when you're near the middle of the field, is you'll have, say you have the ball like on their 42-yard line and, you get stopped and now you have fourth down and 8. So now you bring the quarterback back. He has like an option, that you give him. So guys that, like Matt Barkley or something like that is good at this. Nick Foles is like good at this. People like this, they become like the idea of like a fourth down quarterback. So you're like a fourth down quarterback. It's someone who like, maybe they played a couple of years of soccer when they were a kid or something like that. They kind of like know how to like use their foot, or they're just generally coordinated, which almost all quarterbacks are. So you can teach them generally how to fucking punt a football. You could even do it with like a wide receiver could learn how to do this. You learn how to punt the football 40 yards. It takes some skill. It takes some practice. But it's better doing that than some other things, which are just repetitive skills. And anyway, so the thought is basically is certain guys, if they wanted to get into like the league again or something like that, is what they could do is basically learn how to punt. Okay, so when you learn how to punt, now you become like our fourth down quarterback. So if it's 4th down and 10 on the 40-yard line, like you have to be able to punt to make this work. It's kind of like a threat in chess. So it's like, we can't just have you be this guy that can only throw and run. You have to also be able to punt, potentially. And then also, when you hold the field goal, you also be the holder for the field goal, too. So you're like this former starting quarterback, basically. You're like the fucking Blake Bortles or something like that. You're like this former starting quarterback. You're like Matt Barkley or something. Or you're like the Nick Foles or whatever. You're this guy that like was starting football games in the NFL. So you're familiar enough with like, or maybe like, the Ryan Fitzpatrick, okay? So it's like, but what they do is like, they're not a backup quarterback. They're a fourth down quarterback. We have them focus and they work with a special teams guy and the kicking coordinator and whatever, and they learn how to punt the football better. Like work on it every day. Like you might be able to learn how to do it like 50 yards over time, because you're just generally like, you're one of the most talented people, one of the most coordinated people that is out there, so, or it's like, Cam Newton or something like that, because now I have these great fake options. If Cam Newton is my fourth down quarterback, then essentially he can run, he can throw, or he can punt. If he learns how to punt, then we can hire him and give him a $2 million deal to be our fourth down quarterback. Give him a $3 million deal to be our fourth down quarterback. And we might keep a traditional punter on the roster. He's got to fucking go 75 yards with the fucking thing, because that's all he's doing. That's, so if I fucking, dude, hey bro, like Cam Newton learned how to fucking punt the ball 50 yards. So you're the professional punter, so I expect you to boot it fucking 75 yards. Which, like, this guy fucking just learned this in like 2 months, which is the reality of probably how fast you could learn how to fucking boot it like 40, or if you spend up time on it every day, or Manziel even, you could learn how to be a punter. You could be the fucking fourth down quarterback. Fourth down quarterback is the concept, or Robert Griffin. These guys can get back into the league as the fourth down quarterback, just learn how to punt. So you are getting, like, you're not playing playing first down, second down, and third down, but you are playing fourth down. You do get a down, you're going to be playing, you're like a pinch hitter. So you're going to get these plays, and it's like you're going to have options. Like, I'm just like, we're basically going for it. So it's like, if you have a throw here, throw the ball. If you have a run here, run the ball. Or if there's nothing there, I need you to punt it. I need you to and now since you're all athletic, you can evade out to the side more easily than other people, and now punt it on the run. I put, Manziel as punter. You put Manziel as punter, dude, that's going to improve your football team because now he's got to learn punting a bit. Maybe I have him play rugby or something. You prepare for this. But he's going to be he's going to be converting some of those. I put, Cam Newton as punter. He's got to learn punting a bit, okay? But these guys are going to be converting. Now, it's up to the coach. It's up to the coach, like, are you going to place the trust in these guys or not? I am placing trust in these people that they're going to, they're going to know when to run, when to pass, and when to boot the ball. That's your job as a coach, is to input the belief into them. You input the belief into them, and they have the belief on the fucking field. So, the reason that these guys fucking fail, or not fail, I mean, it's just, they probably wanted a bit more success or something. It's because of the coaching. It's just the coaching is not quite, the coaching is like a fucking 77 out of 100. The coaching is like, it's okay. It's like the coaching is like a 73 out of 100. But the guys that have like the fucking 98 out of 100 coach, they go on to win Super Bowls. The guys that have the fucking, at least like an 80, of coach, or like a 90 of coach, like a 91 of coach. Some guys, they just, unfortunately, their coach didn't know how to communicate with them. It's kind of an issue. So sometimes they're sort of a good coach, but if they don't know how to communicate and get through to the person, like emotionally, like spiritually, then it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The problem is I'm right-handed, because someone was saying, like, you should try to be like Phil Mickelson, and I'm like, well, the problem is, I am right-handed, and so, I like golf to the extent that you dress like nice, so it's kind of a good look. And you're fucking swinging the fucking club. It's a beautiful game, dude. It's a really awesome thing, but it's one of those things, but it's a legacy thing, because Grandpa was amazing. He was basically Jack Nicklaus. He was undiscovered. He's kind of like the guy at like Rucker Park, whatever it is. Like he was sort of, like on the level. Like he was probably better than Jack Nicklaus. I think they actually knew each other. I think actually, so I think Jack Nicklaus was like, he tried to like get my my grandpa like booted out of like Augusta. Like this was back in like 1905, dude, like 1908, I think. So Babe Ruth was hanging out with Walter Johnson and fucking Curly Neal. And then 17, like basically it was about the Chicago White Sox. So the Chicago White Sox, they had this guy named Shoeless Joe Jackson. And you ever watch like The Natural, right? Not The Natural, Field of Dreams. So there's there's a few main baseball movies. Well, there's also if you've ever seen Basketball, it kind of explains most of this. But it's kind of Ted Williams' theory on shooting hoops. So basketball is like basketball and baseball. Weighting is like about these waiters. And there's one singer I like, but yeah, dude. people kind of take it from there. They're like, oh, dude, that's actually smart. That's actually fucking bright. It depends on what you want to do. Like, you have to set the fucking goal of, like, what you want. Because it's like, you know, like UCLA football, they go into the season this year and they go like, okay, like, we want to start 0-4. And then, like, after 4 weeks, it's like, awesome, dude. Awesome, guys. Like, mission accomplished. I mean, if you start the season 1-4, then that means that you must have set consciously in your mind, like, our goal is to start the season 1-4, right? Is that what that's what you said, right? That's what you said, is like, you started the season 0-4. So before the season, you said to all the players, like, our goal, like what we're gonna do is we're gonna start 0-4. Now, that wouldn't sound very good, like, if I did that. Like, why would that? What's like? Why would they have the coach? Like, I mean, usually you pay the coach to, like, win. Like, you want to be like 4-0, not like 0-4. You want to be like 3-1, not 1-3. Right? If you had to choose between 3-1 and 1-3, you want to go 3-1, right? Okay. So, I feel like none of these guys can really, like, actually communicate with, you know, whomever. But, you know, I just joined, honestly, I'm just like a film professor at fucking UCLA. And so I just oversee kind of like their basketball and football, just because, like, I don't know, it's pretty easy. Just fucking rack off, you know, football fucking national championships. But from there, from that vantage point, because I can actually fucking, you know, it doesn't matter who you work for. It's just like where you live. It's like fucking, you know, San Diego is a good place to live. I mean, what colleges do they have? What state? And then you know, like UC, San Diego. So you could do those. You could do like Santa Barbara. It doesn't matter, dude. Like, you make the history what the history's gonna fucking be. Like, it depends on what they want. Like, Pepperdine is even there. You can make any of the, like look at Gonzaga. Look at Gonzaga. Like, there's nothing written in the fucking prophecies about, like, what fucking colleges, like, the prophecies didn't even fucking know about what colleges or anything. Yeah, dude. I mean, I would probably, I mean, yeah, 100%. If you wanted to improve your baseball swing, dude, of course, yeah, you definitely do golfing. Like, yeah, work on golfing a lot, and then that'll give you, like, a nice, fluid baseball swing, too, because there's a lot of similarities. You know, there are a lot of similarities between those two, and so I think that's very smart. Very smart. That's such a smart thing to say. Like, I'm so glad that she, like, pointed that out. So that's a phrase that you can just say, like, out of nowhere, out of the fucking blue. It's kind of like an improv phrase, but it's improv associated with, like, just people hanging out with their buddies. It's like, wow. It's a stock phrase. Wow, dude, like, that was such, like, an astute point. Like, I thought that, like, she really, like, had it rolling when, like, the crowd, like, gasped. Okay, now go. Like, I'm basically an improv teacher. Improv for acting is what I learned, is, like, with the fucking, I was mystified. I was like, I didn't know that, like, acting was not improv. I thought acting was improv because it's like, life is improv. So I'm like, yeah, obviously, dude, like, if we're filming a movie, it's all improv. And then I saw some things on YouTube shorts and stuff, where it was like fellow actors, like supporting actors, were talking about these, they're like, this is the Michael Jordan of fucking acting. Can you believe he fucking punched the box? It's like, dude, I feel like my best bud could probably be like a fucking phenomenal actor by those standards. Like that's the standards. What? Because he fucking like impromptu fucking punched the fucking box. It's like, yeah, dude, like be a fucking person, bro. Like don't fucking be held in the box by the stupid script. Like, are you fucking serious, dude? Who the fuck are these people? These fucking, like, are you fucking like, oh my god, are you starstruck by fucking Scorsese, dude? Like, if you're an actor, you can't be like, if you're a lead actor, I feel like all the people that want to be lead actors, they would work with like Scorsese, be like fucking like starstruck, just like, I mean, if you are, like, just don't even fucking be in the same room with him. It's just like, who the fuck is that? I mean, I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that an accomplishment? I don't know. Dude. Like you ain't like you haven't fucking sent me a fucking Thanksgiving dinner, dude. Like you're not like like if you fucking send me a fucking Thanksgiving dinner, bro, I'm like, what does a Thanksgiving dinner fucking cost? Like 200, 300, fucking $400? Yeah, dude, like, I'm not fucking retarded, bro. Like, I just do that. Like, just fucking, like, traditions. Like, I gotta fucking, like, what does Thanksgiving dinner cost? With tip, with everything. Tip the restaurant, tip the fucking, whatever, fucking, like, $450. Like, oh, the fucking tradition. I gotta fucking, like, cook the fucking turkey on the fucking barbecue. It's like, no, you don't. Just fucking order the fucking thing from wherever. Get the whole spread, $400. You know, what are we talking about, dude? Like, let's fucking save our time on this nonsense. You know, can we save some time? Like, I want the meal. I just don't want to fucking spend all this time cooking for tradition. Who gives a fuck? I gotta work. We'll fucking have two. We'll have two Thanksgivings, basically. We'll have like, we'll just eat Thanksgiving, like, lunch. We'll have like part of Thanksgiving, then fucking like, boom, and then the next one. We'll order Thanksgiving 2 days in a row. We're celebrating Thanksgiving even more than you. Because we're ordering Thanksgiving like every day from like Thursday to fucking Saturday. And we're just fucking having it. But we're not like overeating too. We're not fucking like overfilling like our stomach and shit. Dude, everyone's dream wife would be what, like Jennifer Aniston? Yeah, but it's like, you don't even know like half the story regarding like how she got into Hollywood. Do you understand how she got into Hollywood? It has to do with Louis C.K. There was a lot of rumblings regarding Jamie Foxx as well. Even like Lena Lumberbrook. Did you know Lena Lumberbrook got fucking acquired by Disney in the Third Reich? Yeah, dude, I heard about that in Newsweek. Did you fucking see 17 of the battles between the Messiahs during like the Seventh Reich? Yeah, dude, that was fucking an awesome scene. But did you fucking see like the butter spread in the fucking lobby, dude? Like, cause the lobby, it has like 17 of these like one of a kind like masterpiece like diamond rings. No. 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 I don't like Katy Perry. I don't like fucking Katy Perry. Katy Perry. No. Not into it. Too much fucking Botox. Too much Botox, Mom. Mine's the Botox, dude. If it was a little more moderate on the Botox, it'd be okay with it, but way too much Botox for me. No, it has to do with the music. We're talking about the music. As a music producer, as a top music producer in Hollywood, the music industry, dude. like overnight, just like, basically, I mean, what do you want to fucking get a song going with Machine Gun Kelly, dude? Okay. Here's your fucking song, dude. All of it, dude. That was a beat, dude. And they know what to do with that. These are like music people. These are music heads. They know exactly what to do with that. They know exactly what to do with that. They do. I don't like these floaters, dude. I don't like these fucking people like Drewski and Kai Cenat, and you know, I'm just honest, dude. I don't think you're fucking bringing any talent. Hey, you could. I think it's like you're like a rookie. You know, Tyreek Evans averaged like 20 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists as a rookie. 3 years later, it was like, where's Tyreek Evans? Okay. You know, Dwayne Wade fucking was good, right? You know, they were probably similar in what they brought in, you know, the first year, kind of. Like that guy had some hype, you know, but the organization, you know, just has not done a lot. I mean, kind of unfortunate. You got fucking Jimmer Fredette. You know, what happened with Jimmer Fredette? You know, he was supposed to be large, right? What happened to Nick Stauskas? You know, he was supposed to be large, right? You know, that's where all these people go to fucking die. You know? Chris Webber's got to revive it. I can help you out. You know, Mike Bibby's got to get off the fucking the PEDs. You know, you could get the whole band back together. You know, I'll go on when you run. We do racehorses, man. You want to win a ring there? We'll get you in the racehorse game, man. We do racehorses. You know, sometimes I'm looking at this situation and it's fucking down here, and I know where I bring situations here, and so I can't really talk to these people the way I need to talk to them. Like when I'm here, I need them to be like here, so they understand it more. If they're like here, they can't even really go there. It's too far apart. We're too far apart on negotiation. Yeah, musically, we just go for real, authentic music. So stuff like Leona Lewis. Okay, we consider that, you know, good, like authentic, true music. Stuff like Katy Perry. Nah. You know, some stuff is kind of like partly there, but we'll see. You see the full breadth of a female singer, you gotta see them past like their early 20s. Someone like Norah Jones is very mature right away. For some of them, they don't find the maturity until their mid-30s. So you don't have to be mature early. You can have this fucking more like exciting, amped up music in your 20s and stuff. Yeah, but eventually you have to fucking get to new phases of it. So the artists that don't really stick around, it's because they could only do it during this one particular mood. So you have to be like an actor. You have to be like an actress, like a genuine one, which is like you can hit a range of different emotions. So you're gonna hit a different range of emotions depending on each decade of your life, probably. You're trying to make music potentially when you're in your 60s and you have grandchildren. So maybe that's a different style of music. It's more, definitely more strummed down, way more mellow, but deep also. And you gotta let the music speak for itself. So that's your voice. Like that would be your goal. You want to be, if you're this, hotshot new female singer around 25 years old, my goal would be like, how do I make it where I'm releasing good albums, maybe a couple good albums. It's just like piano and singing in my 60s. That's a challenge. It's a challenge that you could live up to. It means you'd have to think about, you have like the end in mind of what you're gonna be, like you're viewing yourself like you're still gonna be doing like what's gonna be perceived as really great music. Even in your 60s, you'll be able to do that. But that's not, you can't like pretend, you can't be like Madonna is like fucking jumping up on the fucking stage in her fucking 60s. It's like, no, that's not what you do. Like you're more, at that age, you're like Tony Bennett. You're like fucking just piano and singing, and just like, that's when you have to you're just mature down to that. Like you're not fucking, you're not fucking this like internet, fucking like fast culture and stuff like that. It's like that, you're not trying to do that music. That music's not sustainable. That works in your early 20s maybe. But beyond that, I mean, not really. Depends on what you want to see. I mean, hockey's pretty good to go to. You want to go to hockey? You don't even have to go. You know, some things. I mean, what's fun to go to? Hockey or like, I mean, you don't really want to fucking date a fucking girl with a fucking career, dude. Why would you want to date a woman with a career? Aren't you supposed to just be like traveling with me? Your career is my career. Just because that's what I've chosen. So other men, they've chosen to like, they have their job at the office, and then you also have your job that, you're as a nurse or something. That's that guy's life choice is that. So my choice of lifestyle is more like, my job is in an arena that pays enough. I need to see guys they got fucking 25 million, they got 28 million, they got fucking 5 million, they got 7 million, they got fucking 10 million. It's like, I need to choose anything like that. Okay. Try them all out. Fucking sign a fucking deal, sign a fucking contract, fucking soccer, whatever. Okay.